out there in TikTok land and YouTube. Welcome, MNDR. Ryan got it from 155 to 185. STI moving up on news. Let's go back and click on the rest of these press releases. These are going to be nothings because there's really nothing moving on any of these press releases here. So I'm pretty confident that we're not missing anything here. So let's go back. All right, MNDR. Hopefully you guys caught that one. C-Dubs got it from 172 to 190. Morning, Kathy. Over there on YouTube. Good morning, Bagman. Good morning. All right, MNDR had a nice little pop. It took off from 148 to 196. Back down to 173 now. Debbie, good morning. Brady's Island, good morning. T-Bird, good morning. Everell, good morning. Everybody popping in and saying good morning. Love it, love it, love it. So, YouTube and TikTok, were you guys hopefully able to find and catch GRDI this morning? Wolfpack called that one out. That was a nice run. That went up about 130% in that general ballpark. So that was a beautiful little run. That stock went from 60 cents to $1.40. So nice run on that one this morning with the Wolfpack. MNDR, another one that got called out by the Wolfpack, and that one went, let's see, it started out around $1.48, went up to 196. It's back to 184 now and bouncing again. MNDR, Mobile Health Network. Let's see, what else? TPST. Yes, TPST was a nice run starting in after hours Tuesday and continuing that nice run this morning. Pulled back here quite a bit now. It's down to 401. Hopefully it'll stay above 4 with any luck. Ryan got MNDR from 165 to 185. Very nice. Very nice. Any new news? Well, we're watching for it. Here's one on ARAY. Signs an agreement with True North Medical Physics to provide radiation oncology support. It's not getting any volume. Price did spike up a little bit on the news, but it's not getting any volume. Investors Conference. We've gotten, let's see, TRVN climbed up pretty nice on press release, pulled back to 43 cents, and it's now back to 49 cents. So take a look at that one, see if that runs. TRVN. That one might pop. It's up to 50 cents now. Get that over 55 cents and it's going to hopefully take off running. It's up to 51.9 now. TRVN, Trevena Inc. It's up to 52 now. It's up overall about 53%. This closed on Tuesday at 35 cents and it's now at 61. 66. Hopefully you guys bounced over and took a look at that when I mentioned it. Hopefully. At least took a look at it. It's initial inferred minerals resource estimates. Nothing there. Still watching for press releases. TRVN now up 77%. It's up to 63. S&D Home Goods, TRVN from 51 to 65. Very nice. Very nice trade. Adam, should I ask my crush out? Absolutely. $100% guaranteed to miss the shot that you don't take. David, good morning. All right, let's go back and take a look at TRVN at 69 cents, 70 cents. How many of you went and looked at it? Could have had a nice profit on that one. It's up to 74.9. Red Bricks Breaks got it at 54. Nice. Nancy's in at 63. Ryan's in. Billy, TRVN from 55 to 75. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. HROW news. I don't think I've ever heard of that ticker symbol before. ACB, stock rises in pre-market on narrow loss from the year ago period. TRVN now at 80 cents. 77. We just tapped 77.9. This one is looking good. Mike got it at 53. Pulling back here, back down to 71. We're up over 100% on that one. Ryan got it from 60 cents to 75 cents. Jumped in and jumped out. Another one. Aurora Cannabis. Array. ARAY. We read this one off about 6 minutes ago. This is the one that had the deal. They signed a deal with True North to provide radiation oncology support. I don't know if you remember me reading that one. The price, it's not getting any volume. There's no volume coming in on this stock, but the bid and ask spread is getting bigger. So you might want to at least pop over and take a look at it. It might be one of those sleepers that all of a sudden takes off. So at least take a look at it. ARAY. May not do anything, but I hate for you to miss it if it does. TRVN, still pulling back here. Vince, good morning. TPST, yes, we've been watching TPST all morning. Had some high hopes for that one here in pre-market this morning, but it's been trending downwards here the entire since 7 o'clock. It's been coming down. Would love to see that spike back up over 450 again. That would be nice. Do you have to report to taxes? Candy, yes, absolutely. Everything you make in the stock market, every penny, Uncle Sam gets his cut. TPST, from what I understand, is going to have a press conference, video conference, telephone conference, whatever, around 8:30. Is that right? 8:30, and might get a little boost. Yep, they sure do. He's going to get his cut no matter what. Samantha, tax man's going to make a huge profit off my $30 stock winnings. Oh, shoot. Sean, in and out TRVN for a quick scalp, 70 cents to 80 cents. TRVN, let's go back and look at that one. Still coming down. Man, what a nice run that had, though. Gosh. Quick in and out for sure on that one. GRDI pushing back up again. You see it, I got my support and resistance lines drawn on here for GRDI, and you see how it fell through that support. And boy, when it did, it really tanked all the way down to $1. But as you can see, it's starting to curl back up again. It's starting to push back up again. So let's draw another trend line on here and see how it does. See if it maintains that trend line. Can you claim losses? Yes, Randall, you certainly can. And your brokerage, whatever broker you use, online brokerage like E-Trade or Webull or whatever, they keep track of all that. Your account is in their computers, and they keep track of every stock you buy, every stock you sell, and they keep track of your gains and your losses, what price you paid when you got in, when you got out. They track everything. And at the end of the year, you'll get a 1099. And they usually post it in your account where you can download it into your computer or whatever for tax purposes. But on your 1099, they do all the math for you. They figure out how much you've won, how much you gained, how much you lost, and they do the calculations for you and then give you a final figure on what your taxable amount is. So you don't have to sit and figure every single trade of how much I lost, how much I got. That would be mind-boggling if you trade a lot. So they do it for you. And when you get your 1099, it'll say your total. They'll take into account your losses and your gains and give you a total on what your taxable um, dollar amount is, and it's pretty simple. They do all the work for you. David got into the 140s. Yes, it did. Those 120s are looking pretty good right now. And I know some of you got it in 117, some of you even lower. So those are looking really, really good right now. It is being a monster. And we can see here on GRDI, it climbed up that trend line and then broke through it. Let's see if this candle continues to drop. All right, SMX, not doing anything. SLNA, these are all of our top volume runners. RELI, all coming down. VHAI, nothing there. PRST, still coming down. GRDI, still up 100%, but not looking terribly strong right now. TPST, it's trying. It is trying. Oh, you're in at 119, David. It was 140. Those 119s are looking pretty good to you, I'm sure. TRVN still coming down. Looks like most of the news that came out this morning is pushing these stocks up pretty nicely. I mean, we've had a couple already this morning up over 100%, but they're not staying there. They're all dropping down. A lot of profit taking going on from retail traders, and you can't blame them. Not at all. If somebody's up 80 to 90% return on investment, and they sell to lock in that profit, you can't blame them at all. That's what it's all about. We just have to hope that we get in quick enough on these press releases that we can ride it up and get out before everybody else decides to start selling off and taking profit. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. But that's just part of it. Steady Freddy, you have a great day. Steady is off to his tea time. Sounds amazing. Clicking through our top volume runners to see if any of them are doing anything, and they're not. None of the big volume runners are doing a whole lot. Ryan, no, I was not. I hadn't started trading yet in 2008. Would have been extremely interesting to play the market during that 2008 housing market fiasco when the market crashed, and it would have been very interesting trading and one heck of a learning experience. Did you see NVIDIA climbing to 200 shares? Oh, yeah. I see NVIDIA climbing way past 200, honestly. I definitely think it could climb to 200 for sure. What do you think of Chewy? 9% of cheap is shorted, may have a small squeeze. shot under 468 yesterday. Holy cow, Michael. I am not golfing with you, buddy. I am not golfing with you if you golf 4 under. Holy smokes. That is pretty darn amazing. Dan, welcome. Welcome. FFIE. Let's take a look. Where's that one at this morning? FFIE. Oh boy, FFIE is not looking good this morning. Not looking good at all. It's got a pretty decent amount of volume on it this morning, but it's just not looking good. If we just look at it from 7 o'clock on, it's been trending down pretty steadily. You look at the monthly charts. Yeah, no, I don't see anything with FFIE that would be attractive to me. Yes, it did climb back on 513. It started to climb and really went crazy. For about 4 days, it just went absolutely bonkers. But as you can see, once it ran that course and spiked clear up to 390, it's been a downhill slide ever since. And I don't see that stopping anywhere. Just doesn't look good. The last 3 days, in fact, has been downhill, downhill, downhill. But I don't see it going back up unless there's some news. Now, if they put out a piece of news, a press release, something really amazing, yeah, I could see it spiking up a little bit. But without any news, I think it just continues to fall. CCG is going up. Now, CCG is one that had a press release. Now, this was almost 25 minutes ago. We read this press release off, and this stock did nothing. Remember, I mentioned that this morning. Sometimes a press release comes out, and the stock does absolutely nothing. There's no response, no volume. Nobody's touching it, even though they've got a press release out. And then 10, 15 minutes later, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it takes off. And this is a perfect example. CCG. This is the one that announced a partnership with NIO Insurance Broker. This is like 24 minutes ago. This press release came out, and it didn't start doing anything until about 5 minutes ago. It just went flat for a very long time. And all of a sudden, it spiked from 79 cents to $1.11 in about 5 minutes. It's up to $1.05 now, $1.06. Yeah, sometimes them press releases, they're kind of sleepers, man. They just don't. The market doesn't respond to them right away. Mo got CCG from 78 to 109. Nice. Played that one perfectly. TRVN trying, but not going anywhere. GRDI, not looking very impressive. TPST. I think we have a lot of folks, the sentiment is pretty good on TPST. I think the overall market sentiment, at least for retail traders, is that TPST is going to go up. I hope so. I hope it does climb. Let's take a look at our top volume runners. Let's click on some news. Aurora Cannabis has been putting out press releases like crazy this morning. on their positive cash flow after they narrowed their loss year over year. They're really pushing the news, and it's not doing a whole lot for share price. Yeah, it's popped up about 8 cents, 9 cents, but not getting any volume at all. Class action lawsuit, Iova, their biotherapeutics is maintained at a market outperform, so that doesn't help us. EBS maintained. No big news just yet. We've got a lot of sleepers here that don't have any news on them, or they have kind of fluffy news, and all of a sudden they're taken off. We're going to have to keep an eye on volume and percentage on our watch list to see which ones are suddenly starting to spike up. CMND, exclusive rights. Take a look at that one. CMND. CMND. Clearmind Medicine secured exclusive global rights to innovative psychedelic compounds for PTSD treatments. So it spiked up a little bit. Got a little bit of volume coming in. It's at 59,000 right now. It's at $1.46. Started off at $1.22 when the news hit. Let's see where it goes. Let's see if it pops up at all on that news. Global licensing, sometimes that really can push a stock price up. Sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what it's for and who the company is. This one is for PTSD. I've not known the market to respond like overwhelmingly crazy about PTSD treatments. But you heard the news, and hopefully you went over and took a look at it quick. And if you did and you got some of that, let me know. Let me know if you picked some of it up. BEST. CMND. CMND. Are you guys watching that? Hope you're watching it. MJ, CMND, 141 to 191. Brian, 161 to 199. Where do you get your James, CMND from 155 to 170. All right, let's go back and look at these press releases that are coming out for 8 o'clock. Got a little bit of news on TPST talking about their survival data. SPCB receives an order for $3 million from European governments. So take a look at that one. SPCB. MBIO is tanking on news. I haven't looked at it yet. Acceptance plan to regain compliance. ENLV, executive live webinar questions. BBLG, patients, first 2 patients treated in a pilot clinical study. Not getting any volume just yet on that. Another person here from 155 to 198 on CMND. I love it. Ryan, 159 to 175 on CMND. Ken, 145 to 195. Love it. Love seeing you guys post these gains. Beautiful. Clicking through, I'll get back to the questions in just a minute. I know I'm missing a lot of questions on TikTok and YouTube, and I do apologize for that, but I'm trying to read through these press releases. TNXP announces positive pre-new drug application meeting with the FDA. Good news, but not the kind of news typically that will push the stock price up. Henley James, 146 to 170. Nice. And it looks like that's about all the relatively decent news. MBio, remember I said MBio was tanking? They just announced a $2.5 million direct offering priced at market. So that caused that to drop. You might catch a bounce here. Take a look at MBIO. You might catch a bounce off the bottom down here back up to 70. So take a look at that. New person on this board. Big B, CMND from 144 to 210. Oh, this makes my heart feel good to see you guys doing this. This is awesome. All right, let me click through the rest of these and then I'll try to get back to the questions. The press releases is our bread and butter here, so we can't sacrifice the press releases to answer questions. You got to get through these press releases. This is where we're making the money. All right, so that was all the press releases. Let's go back to CCG. TRVN still coming down. SABS. TPS. Look at TPST. Oh my gosh, look at that tank. Wow. Look at that drop on TPST. This might get back down to where it closed. Wow. CMND at 229. We're up 86, 88% on that call out. I hope you guys caught it. Let me get back to some questions now. Hopefully. I do apologize if I miss a question. I'm not ignoring the questions. I'm just busy reading press releases. When people buy penny stocks, they usually dump a lot into them. Samantha, it just depends on people's budgets, really. I don't think they intentionally dump a lot of money into them or not into them just because they're pennies. It really depends on people's budgets. You know, if you're operating on a $500 account, obviously you're not going to put a lot into any one stock. If you've got a $30,000 account you can play with, you probably do put more into. When I buy into stuff, it's not unusual, you know, like a 15 or 20 cent stock. It's not unusual to buy 10,000 shares or 20,000 shares of it. Again, it just depends on the amount that you have in your account. And it also depends on the price of the stock. You know, obviously, a 15-cent stock, you can buy a lot more shares than you can of a $40 stock. And so your potential for profit is a lot greater in terms of percentages if it goes up. Let me go back here to CMMD. All right. RELI. Go back to volume here. RELI. Look at RELI. It's 485. Okay, we've got some of that 8 o'clock shenanigans going on with our candles here. So again, like I always say, at 8 o'clock, don't pay attention to those candles. You're going to see wild spikes up and down on the candles. Don't pay attention to those. Just look at the bid price and the ask price. Focus on that. That's where the actual price is. Don't look at the candles. The candles could fake you out thinking that the price is actually going up like that, and it's not. You don't want to catch FOMO and buy into a stock that you think is going up when it's not really. Red Bricks breaks in at 160. I put a lot more of them to make profit. Where do you get your news? I get my news off of E-Trade. We're part of a community of traders. So I get my news personally off of my scanner or watch list on E-Trade. I have their platform called E-Trade Pro, and you can't get that anymore unless you've been grandfathered into it like I was. It's a platform they don't offer anymore. And I've got about 2,100 stocks on that list. And anytime news pops up on any of those stocks, I get a notification. So I have the potential to see news on 2,100 different stocks in real time as they pop up into the market. But that's just me. Now, the rest of our community uses a lot of different scanners. We've got people using Bazinga Pro. We've got people using Momo Scanner, FinViz. I mean, you name it. We've got members using them. And they bring, anytime anything pops up on any of those scanners, including mine, everybody brings it to the group and types it in, and then we all go look at it real quick. So we're all able to catch news from just about any source. We catch the news almost immediately. And hopefully, if it's good news, enough of us can jump in and take advantage of it. Not everybody jumps in. You know, a really great piece of news comes out. Somebody might look at it and think, not really my thing. I don't think that one's going to go on that news. And they don't jump in. Some people, just the opposite. They really like the news. They think it's going to go up. They'll jump in. But the main thing is you at least had the opportunity to get in. You at least had the benefit of seeing the news the second it came out. Within a minute of the news hitting the market, you saw it and you made the decision to either get in or not get in, which puts you a little bit ahead of the curve. It puts you ahead of a lot of other traders who are not getting the news. Remember, we've got hundreds of members in our community. So we've got hundreds of sets of eyes scanning the market, looking for runners and looking for press releases. And that's a lot better advantage than if you're by yourself. You've got one set of eyes and you're scanning. You spend more time scanning, looking for press releases than you do actually trading. And by the time you do find the press release, it's been out for 20 minutes and you're kind of late to the party then. So that's kind of the advantage of trading as part of a community. And we've got a good one. We have got a good one. TPST. All right, let's go back to that one. TPST. Now, remember we talked about the dip on that one, how it was tanking. Look what it did, man. It dropped to 351 and then climbed all the way back to 425 just that quick. Wow. What a nice opportunity there. All right. CMMD ripping now. What was it? One more minute. It's CMMD. Here's somebody that got it from 156 to 205. 160. Red brick breaks 160 to 204. What do you think of GovX? Somebody else asked me that this morning. Starting to push back up. GovX is climbing back up. Take a look at it. It's tried to trend upwards twice now in the last 15 minutes. But take a look at GovX, pushing up pretty nice. Managed to hit 207 again. Price target of 120. No, I don't see it hitting 120 at all. CMMD. It's about percent gains and not dollar gains. Yes, absolutely. Dip TPST from 368 to 387. Nice. Going through this. Run today. There goes TPST. Back up. Got in at 368. TPST. Alex got it from 360 to 414. All right. Here. Yeah, let's take a look at S-Bucks. Hang on a minute. Let me check for news again. Aurora Cannabis with another press release. Yeah, that's about 8 or 9 of those this morning. Talking about their financials. S-Bucks. Starbucks is not looking terrible. If we look at the daily chart on Starbucks and we draw a trend line on this, back to where it tanked back on April 30th, actually May 1st, when it tanked all the way down to $72. It's been trending slowly back up since then. So as a long hold, I'd say, yeah, this is definitely been nice to get it down, in that $71 range when it did tank like that. But, if you missed that entry, it looks like it's primed to climb back up into that 88 range pretty easily. Don't know if it'll get back up over 100 though. Not anytime soon. Now, if they put out a press release about something really amazing, definitely goes back up over 100. But it is trending up now on the monthly chart ever since May. CMND, David, nice. Koya, COYA, expands research collaboration. Okay, that doesn't help us at all. Let's go back to our volume runners. GRDI, back up in that channel again. CMND coming down. Hopefully everybody made their profits on CMND. GRDI pulling back down again. Had a nice climb from 98 cents back to $1.27, but I don't trust it. CMND pulling back. NXL, nothing. GovX going sideways. That's about it. CNTG. Nothing there. So nothing right at the moment. All right. Well, that was about it for 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And I'm glad that you guys all made some decent money on a couple of those call outs. GRDI has been a beauty for the Wolfpack this morning. TRVN was another beauty for the Wolfpack. CMND was another one for the Wolfpack. It's been a good morning. It's been a really good morning so far. Nice start to a Thursday. Short week this week since we missed yesterday, but felt good to take a day off and enjoy some beach time. And TPST, nothing. GRDI climbing up again. GRDI, we need this to break above that 132. GRDI, if this breaks above 132 solidly on a lot of volume, I think it's going to run up to about 150. But it's got to get above that 132. It just has been trying all morning to get above 132 and stay there, and it just can't. It just keeps getting knocked down every time it gets up there. So you guys have a great morning. We'll be over on the website to continue this. You're welcome to join us, wolfpackcommunity.com. Just like it sounds, wolfpackcommunity.com. That's the website. Go to the website, subscribe to live trading, and you can join us. We're there for 3 hours in the morning from 6:45 a.m. until about 9:40. We're just shy of 3 hours. And we get all the press releases at 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, and then, of course, the market opens at 9:30. But we try to give all those press releases out. The Wolfpack community is on it and calling out stocks on our message thread. I'm catching them on my scanner, and it has been a beautiful morning so far. It's been really, really nice. And what can I say? Profitable morning. So you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for joining us at 7:30 here on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you for hitting the follow button, following us on TikTok, and also on YouTube. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. It's been a couple of days since we've been on YouTube, but we're happy to be back again, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7:30. And we will also be doing our 4 p.m. today. We will do 4 o'clock, and we'll try to catch some after hours runners. See if we can get some press releases from 4 to 5 o'clock usually. And if we can, hopefully you'll be with us for those. We'll be on TikTok and we'll be on YouTube at 4 p.m. I usually go on about 3:55 so that we're up and ready to go and catch those at 4 o'clock. So if you like to trade in after hours, join us. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30. You guys have a great day.